I like building impossible things. And no, that doesn't mean building up big redstone contraptions that seem impossible. These are builds that actually look like they shouldn't exist. The sorts of things that cause a record scratch on your brain. You know, your brain sees it and just goes, oh, everything's wrong. Allow me to give an example. This little thing right here. You know, when you first see it, you go, okay, it's a triangle, but that's slightly strange because we are playing Minecraft and, oh, if I follow this round, it doesn't make any sense. Now, the way that this trick is achieved is by making use of perspective. If I line myself up perfectly, it creates this slightly strange shape. I posted a short about this fairly recently, and it was incredibly successful. Everyone seemed to really enjoy it, and it got a whole ton of views, and I certainly like things that get a whole ton of views, so I thought it would be interesting to return to a few more impossible Minecraft builds, as well as take a look at a few different illusions and all sorts of strange brain-breaking stuff. And this first one certainly is a brain breaker. I spent far longer than I care to admit working on this build, but I think that's for good reason, because I could look at this thing all day. You know, it's completely baffling. I mean, I'm amazed that I actually managed to get it to work. This is a take on M.C Escher's Infinite Waterfall, and it is so ridiculously cool. So in case you're not quite following, we've got ourselves a waterfall that flows into a river that never seems to increase in height, but then it goes back to the top for the waterfall. And just to add an extra little bit of spice into the mix, I decided to chuck in those two pillars, which also don't make very much logical sense. Like, the geometry of it all just doesn't line up. None of it makes any sense. This is what's known in the industry as a complete baffle job. Now, of course, this is a trick of perspective. There are a number of splices in this build that allow it to come together, and if you want to see how this is achieved, you'll have to wait to the end of the video. Yeah, that's right. I actually just did that. This next one is a bit of a cheat, but it ended up working so well that I want to include it in the video. I thought it'd be interesting to see what would happen if I grabbed an image of an optical illusion and imported it into being a Minecraft map. And yep, definitely hurts the brain. I can't actually look at this for too long. To me, it looks like there's a hollow sphere kind of cut out in the middle of this map here, and I'm kind of seeing inside. It's like the inside of a half dome. Oh, it hurts a lot. But then it's weird, when the map is tilted down, suddenly it looks like the sphere is actually popping out of the page. There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot going on. Now, after the incredible success of this first map, I thought I'd try another one, and it totally failed. It's meant to look like it's moving, but it really doesn't. So let's move on to 2011, when I used to build these all of the time. So currently this looks like a regular expressionless face. But if I go down here, suddenly we've got a very happy looking one, and I've actually started smiling myself, which is interesting. It shows how contagious smiling actually is. Let's see if the opposite is true, because as I begin to fly up past the neutral face, we then get to the sad angle, and I can't help but feel sorry for the guy. You know, what's happened to him? Somebody write a short story down in the comment section. The Great Adventures of Twofold. The guy who can look happy or sad depending on how tall the person observing him is. Sundance Film Festival, here I come. There's something wrong with this block, but I can't quite put my finger on what's wrong with it. Maybe if I move around? Oh no, that's behaving very wrong. Okay, so moving backwards and forwards didn't work. What if I move side to side? That's... Oh, I feel ill. Oh, that's making me sick. I personally think the sea lanterns work the best for this. I think it's the slightly rounded edges on them, but I have seen people do it with furnaces as well, and yeah, it's definitely... there's a lot wrong with that. In the words of Phoenix SC, that is definitely cursed. I don't know why seeing that made me so uncomfortable, but it did. This one, on the other hand, this one just makes me happy. I really enjoy these perspective-based illusions. I just think they're great. This one's pretty obvious in the way that it comes together, but that doesn't stop it being really satisfying to look at. As I'm sure many of you have guessed, the front section of this cube is slightly shorter, and if you line it up perfectly, it looks like it's connected to the back section. And to the small handful of people who are really concentrating on this block, I placed it by accident. And then I got myself into the perfect position and couldn't be bothered to remove it, so it just stayed there. Your frustration brings me pleasure, and now it's time for me to flex super hard. If you combined all of my diamonds into one giant diamond block, this is how big it would be. Look at it! It's an absolutely gigantic diamond. It is absolutely that's embarrassing. Alright, fine, I've only got 9 diamonds, okay? 9 diamonds is more than 7. Yeah, it's more than 3. How many diamonds do you have before you go and judging people on their YouTube videos and things? I know how you feel, Foldy boy. I know how you feel. That was slightly strange and bizarre. And this is quite strange and bizarre. I can't quite put my finger on why this hurts my brain, because there's no real crazy illusion going on. There's no feeling of depth, and I'm not seeing anything move, but it's making my head hurt, especially as I move and rotate. I don't know what it is. It feels kind of 3D and foldy, and we can actually take this a step further as well. This build right here is in a fairly similar vein, but it's a slightly different setup, and it is really quite cool. The way that that square in the center feels like it's popping out at you, I know it's very satisfying to look at, and it actually got me thinking these would make some pretty cool floors. So I experimented with a few different block palettes. Obviously on the left we've got the standard black and white, but one of my favorite color combinations is gold and black stone, and that works really quite nicely. And then for Minecraft 1.17, of course, we've got oxidized copper and quartz. I mean, this is seriously cool. If you have a glass floor in your base that looks down at something way below, I would definitely consider building something like this. Now, I couldn't possibly do an impossible Minecraft video without featuring one of these, the good old-fashioned Penrose Stairs. Arguably one of the most famous optical illusions, this creates an infinite staircase that always seems to be going down. And despite the fact that it's pretty obvious how this thing works, it's still incredibly satisfying. There's something about these perspective-based, impossible structures that I just can't look away from, but this is how it all comes together. And on the topic of satisfying things, there's something about watching the illusion dissolve as you shift the camera angle that will just never get boring for me. And on that note, let's return to the first one. My take on M.C Escher's Waterfall. Now, I know M.C Escher sounds like a Minecraft username, but it's not. He is a very famous graphic artist who was born in the 1800s, far before Minecraft ever existed. He is responsible for a huge number of absolutely mind-bending works of art. They are stunning. And working on this project in Minecraft was incredibly enjoyable for me. So, let's break the illusion. There it is. That is how I managed to pull it all together. So this bit makes its way around the back and goes across there. It then connects up to this segment right here, which gradually winds its way around. Then this bit connects up with that bit, which then all splices together to form the waterfall back up at the top. Now, all of these segments are all done to make these pillars function properly, but the pillars also do a pretty good job at hiding some of the slightly awkward seams like that one up back there. And all of these perfectly placed elements all come together to merge into one final form. I absolutely loved working on this project. It took me many hours, but it was so satisfying to watch it come together, and I'll probably end up doing more of these in the future. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. See ya! Oh, and of course, if you can't get enough of the illusions, then down in the description are a whole bunch of links to the various websites and images and things that I used for inspiration for this video. A lot of these illusions existed outside of Minecraft beforehand, and I converted them. Some of them were Minecraft already, so they are all down in the description. Please do check them out, because, man, it's just so interesting. It's too interesting.